The secret to living peacefully in a turbulent life. In a world full of unpredictability, everyone faces their own unique challenges. Although we may not always express it, deep down, each of us experiences moments of exhaustion and discouragement, moments when we want to give up. But is giving up truly the path to peace? And how can we actually live a life of tranquility, even amidst all the chaos? Accept life's uncertainties. The first step to living peacefully is understanding that life never stands still. Everything, from emotions and circumstances to relationships, changes over time. If we keep wishing for everything to stay the same, our minds will never be at ease. Life is naturally a constant flow, and embracing this allows us to receive all that comes and goes with a sense of calm. We can see difficulties as natural and expected aspects of life. Just as the ocean's waves never cease, life's highs and lows are inseparable parts of our journey. Acceptance doesn't mean passivity, but rather flexibility and adaptability in the face of any situation. Let go of unnecessary expectations. Often our sense of unease comes from our own high expectations. We want everything to be perfect, our jobs to be successful, our relationships to be stable, and our lives to be smooth. But in reality, nothing is forever stable. Every time something doesn't go as planned, we feel disappointed. A valuable lesson for living peacefully is learning to let go of unnecessary expectations. Not everything in life belongs to us, and not everything we want will go our way. By learning to let go, we release ourselves from invisible pressures, lightening our hearts. Instead of forcing ourselves to achieve everything, we can let things unfold naturally. Find peace in simple moments. Sometimes peace comes from the simplest of things: a morning coffee, an afternoon spent reading, or a quiet moment in nature. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to lose sight of these small but precious moments. Try slowing down to appreciate each moment. While we may not be able to slow the world's pace, we can choose to live more mindfully, finding peace in the present. When you value each moment, every day becomes precious, and the external chaos no longer has the power to shake you. Live with openness and follow your values. When facing difficulties, we might think that giving everything up is the way to achieve peace. But in reality, total abandonment isn't necessarily the answer. The key here isn't to give up entirely, but rather to follow the flow, embracing what comes and goes without attachment. Do your best within your own abilities, and let life take care of the rest. Living with openness doesn't mean passivity. It's about staying true to your values, doing what feels meaningful without forcing specific outcomes. When we stop trying to control everything, our minds become free, lighter, and less anxious. Listen and understand yourself. In a turbulent life, the most important thing is to understand yourself. Sometimes, just a few moments of reflection and self-compassion can reveal answers to all your worries. True peace starts from within, from fully understanding and accepting yourself. Ask yourself, what really makes me happy? Sometimes we chase countless things on the outside, but true happiness lies in the inner calm, in accepting yourself without needing validation from others. Conclusion: life is a journey full of challenges and changes. Peace doesn't come from avoidance or giving up, but from the way we perceive things, letting go of what isn't essential, and appreciating the present moment. When you live like this, life's storms will become mere ripples on a serene lake. Learn to live with openness, cherish the present, and be at ease with yourself. This is the true secret to living a peaceful life, one that remains steady even amidst the ever-changing world around us. From serenity to inner peace. We come into this life not to be swept up in the rush of an aimless routine, but to truly live and experience each moment as a precious gift. Simply being alive, a state we often take for granted, is actually a rare privilege, a profound blessing that not everyone realizes. When you view life through the lens of serenity, you begin to appreciate the joy that arises from the simplest things, like birds singing, the warmth of sunrise, or peaceful moments spent with loved ones. Serenity is a state of mind in which our souls remain undisturbed by external upheavals, where we can receive everything with gratitude and calmness. However, the journey from serenity to true inner peace requires learning to accept what we cannot change and letting go of what is not ours to hold. When you reach a state of inner peace, you no longer strive to achieve everything, nor feel the need to prove anything. Instead, there is a deep tranquility that stems from the freedom within. In every moment lived with serenity and inner peace, we discover life's depth. We are not here just to exist, but to experience, to love, to understand, and to give from the heart. With peace inside, everything becomes clearer, and joy is no longer something far off, but something present in each breath, each smile, each fully lived moment. Have you ever felt truly empathetic, living wholeheartedly and desiring to share something meaningful? Sometimes the smallest experiences are what give life its deepest meaning. When you share from the depths of your heart, you not only spread joy but also connect with others who resonate with your soul. So let your heart speak, slow down, cherish each moment, and find true inner peace in the beauty of this life. Serenity and inner peace are states of mind that everyone yearns for, yet they are not easily achieved in a turbulent world. From an interesting perspective, we could say that serenity and inner peace stem not only from accepting and understanding life but also from the art of letting go, an art that requires skillful release. This art isn't about abandoning everything or becoming indifferent. Rather, it's about choosing what truly matters to keep close to our hearts and minds. We often carry too much weight, from work and possessions to complex relationships and the expectations of others. These things can easily burden and stress our souls. Serenity and inner peace do not require us to give up everything. Instead, they call for setting boundaries within ourselves, knowing what is worth keeping, and gently letting go of what no longer fits. When we let go skillfully, we find that happiness doesn't necessarily come from having more. Sometimes, a little less brings much more peace. Serenity and inner peace do not need to be lofty states found only in meditation or tranquil places. They can be present in the small moments of daily life, enjoying a warm cup of tea, observing the beauty around us without being weighed down by worries. Each time we recognize the joy of simple abundance in the present, we take a step closer to serenity. Ultimately, serenity and inner peace come when you feel fulfilled without needing perfection, when you accept without needing control, and when you love without needing to hold on. It is in these moments of graceful letting go that you find freedom and live fully in this ever-changing world. True serenity. Does it come from outside or within? True serenity, a state of deep peace and unwavering calm, is something we all seem to search for. But where does it actually come from? Does serenity depend on external circumstances aligning perfectly? Or is it something cultivated from within, independent of our surroundings? This question opens up an interesting conversation about how we relate to the world and how we find lasting peace. At first glance, it may seem that external conditions play a big role in determining our inner peace. When life feels stable, our relationships are harmonious, work is fulfilling, finances are secure, it's easier to feel relaxed and calm. And in certain settings, like a quiet forest or a serene beach, we naturally feel a sense of tranquility that's hard to match in more chaotic environments. It's true that our surroundings have a powerful impact on our state of mind. Beautiful and peaceful environments encourage relaxation, while stressful, noisy settings may make us feel restless or anxious. However, relying solely on external conditions for serenity is like building a house on shifting sand. Our lives, no matter how well constructed, are never truly free from change. The inevitable changes and uncertainties of life, unexpected setbacks, shifting relationships, personal disappointments, show us that serenity based on external circumstances is fragile at best. As life fluctuates, so does the sense of peace we might derive from these outer conditions. True serenity, then, is often said to come from within. A mindset, a way of approaching life that remains steady even as life shifts around us. Inner peace comes from cultivating a mindset that is resilient, flexible, and unattached to particular outcomes. When we realize that we cannot control every aspect of our external world, we begin to look inward for peace, learning to accept and adapt rather than resist life's natural ebb and flow. This perspective invites us to consider serenity as a skill, rather than a destination. It's about training our minds to find calm amid life's turbulence. Mindfulness and self-awareness are powerful practices for achieving this, as they help us observe our thoughts and emotions without being overwhelmed by them. When we learn to sit quietly with our thoughts, to breathe through moments of tension, and to recognize our worries without giving in to them, we develop the ability to stay grounded regardless of external circumstances. Over time, this approach becomes a natural part of how we interact with the world, a quiet strength that remains even in chaos. In essence, true serenity arises from within, yet it can be enhanced by the outer world. External settings can serve as a catalyst, giving us glimpses of the peace we're capable of experiencing, but they are not the source of it. As we deepen our inner peace, we can carry it with us into any environment, creating a kind of inner sanctuary that doesn't depend on life being perfect or predictable. This sanctuary offers a way to respond to life with calm resilience, rather than react in a state of stress. In a world that's constantly changing, where challenges are inevitable, inner serenity is a dependable foundation. When we nurture this inner state, external conditions lose their power to disrupt our peace. This doesn't mean we disregard the beauty of the outer world. Rather, we appreciate it more fully, knowing it enriches our experience without controlling it. In the end, true serenity is an inner strength, a gift we give ourselves, one that empowers us to find peace no matter where we are.